All right, let's see how I can start this. So, Bluehole is suing Epic Games. So, what do I think about this? I've been hearing a lot of news about it. There has been a whole debacle. This is some weird kind of thing to just discuss in a time like these. I'll explain a little bit. It's something that if you sue someone or some company, it must have to be a really good reason why. Not just a copyright thing or just that. It's kind of similar to the things I do. But I can see both in a different way. Let's take a look with the PUBG versus Fortnite. They're both different in mostly every way. I can tell that in my personal opinion, one does look almost realistic, and the other one looks cartoony. So what am I getting into right now? I feel that this suing is just stupid. I don't know about you guys. This is ridiculous. I've been doing my research on which game was actually thought of first. Now I've seen a lot of articles of Fortnite. Back in the day, I had the Epic Games app on my computer, right? And I see Fortnite along with their engine, along with Paragon, along with some other games. And I was like, what is this game about? And I saw it like back in 2014. But when I really look back, I did my research and all that, and they actually promoted in a VGA on 2011. Now, I did also search for Bluehole PUBG, and I don't see the actual development time between 2011 or before that, but we all know why PUBG as Bluehole studio company, well, whatever the case may be, are actually suing Epic Games. Now, this is what I call saltiness. This is what I call you don't have ideas for your own game. This is straight up some BS from a company that was actually in first place, but then months and months later, Fortnite has been in the lead. Now, I can see differences here. There's a lot of preferences. There's a lot of opinions. I know that a lot of people like more PUBG than Fortnite, and Fortnite above PUBG. That is totally respect. I can respect that. There's opinions and there's this and that. But we have to understand the facts here. So the facts are that Epic Games is actually more creative. They have more ideas. They have more variety. Their game is multi-platform, and I'm not saying that. Then what's the word? Exclusive games are a bad thing. But let's look at this way. PUBG, as Bluehole, chose Xbox, the most less players in a platform that it didn't quite sell well in this generation. So yeah, there you guys have it. So PUBG is in a console where not a lot of gamers are actually playing in that console. Now it would be a lot different if it was at least on the PlayStation 4. And of course, we cannot mix as the PC, but I know PUBG is also on the PC. So there is this. It's been bugging me a lot. I mean, if you're gonna be a really legit competition, do your best. Like, don't actually sue a company that is actually beating your ass. It is childish. It is retarded. I do not understand. I mean, I wish my friends were here in this podcast, but I need to get this off my chest, because the gaming community is beginning to be a joke. It's beginning to be more like it gets offended by anything, or the things that we see with Bluehole right now. Like, they see Fortnite as the copycat, which I don't get it, because they thought about the game in 2000. I think it was way before 2011. Now, let's get this straight. The game is something, and the Battle Royale mode is something else. So let's go there. So Battle Royale versus Battle Royale. Let's see. So this is why they actually suing Fortnite. Now, Fortnite has some features, and PUBG has others. But let's be real, just like the facts that I just told you, Fortnite has more variety. Now they add the shopping cart, which is hilarious. They add another mode. Back in May, they add Thanos from the Avengers. And they're just gonna keep on going on and on with new ideas. And this is a problem I have with a lot of companies, you know, and a lot of, you know, other YouTubers trying to actually defend this, which I don't think why. But there's some things that companies should do during a competition. Now let's look back to Paladins versus Overwatch. Now a lot of you would say like, Overwatch is number one. Of course it's number one. It's undisputable. But who actually came first? Paladins came first. Now, I don't actually recall Paladins or Overwatch suing. So I think there was a little bit of a debacle there. I don't actually remember, but I think there was a something in there. You know, there were some similarities that were like actually hitting all those two in a very decent way. But I think it just just ran over, and they just forgot about it. Now, to deal with the competition, you need to be more creative, just like Paladins and Overwatch has been doing through all these years, making new heroes, getting new modes, expand the story. It's downloadable content, of course, the microtransactions. It's a lot of ways to do marketing and make a lot of money. But the thing is that a lot of people, a lot of these companies lack of creativity. Now, I see these two, Overwatch and Paladins, being very creative in their own way. I still like more Paladins than Overwatch, in my own opinion. But that doesn't, take away what Overwatch has achieved. Now, I don't actually see, I can't actually remember the company of Smite and Paladins. It's still in that tip of my head, but I just can't get it out. So, they're not actually butthurt. Even though they actually came first with the idea with the hero shooter, I don't think they were the first one, because there was Team Fortress. So, things come from something. There's actually inspirations in all these games. So we can actually see Fortnite as an inspiration. But also PUBG has inspiration from other stuff. Now I see through my research, I saw that it was actually inspired by Battle Royale, the Japanese film, The Hunger Games, which is actually another Battle Royale film. I feel that they don't have a reason here to just justify themselves to sue Epic Games at all. Epic Games could have at least copy here and there, get inspiration, and make it different in their own way. I think that's what they did. I think it's clearly in the game. I don't see, the only similarities there is that it's a battle royale. You die and that's it. You go to the other match. That's it. There could be something similar to it that I haven't seen it. Maybe the healing, maybe the guns, maybe the but everything in Fortnite looks cartoony. It looks way different. The art style is different. I really do not get this situation. Now, companies like Bluehole, they do not deserve this kind of practice. Just because they lack of creativity, because they do lack of creativity. Now let's take a little bit moment here. Let's take a moment. Epic Games has this Unreal Engine 4, right? That is the same engine as PUBG. PUBG is using the engine from Epic Games. Bluehole is actually suing their own engine creator. Imagine how stupid and retarded is that? It is not Epic Games' fault for them to be lazy, lack of creativity, lack of mostly everything. I mean, I'm not saying that PUBG is a bad game, because there's still a lot of people playing the game. But slowly and shortly, people are moving to Fortnite. And not mentioning the next Battle Royale in this year. That is including Red Dead Redemption 2, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and there's other Battle Royale out there too. Are they actually gonna sue them also? I don't think they have the rights or the money to actually sue a big company like Treyarch and Rockstar. I doubt it, because of the Battle Royale mode. Is their fault of them? Is there... Here's the thing. If you want your game to be successful, there's another example here. Make a famous, I don't know, player of the FIFA, whatever, Ronaldo or Messi, play your game and advertise it. Because I haven't seen no advertisement from PUBG at all. Now that actually hurts the game. That actually hurts the company too. Now you see Fortnite actually doing all those stuff. You know, there's a difference here in so many ways that your game should be and could be successful. It saddens me a lot, because I really hate companies to fail. Let's take, for example, Xbox versus PlayStation, and I know I'm in deep waters right now, because fanboys don't like what I'm going to say right now. That is either Sony ponies and Xbots. Hey, Xbox is still lacking, and also the PlayStation is still lacking. Let's go take the Nintendo also. Nintendo does not have the power, the horsepower. The PlayStation 4, man, it's getting really pricier by every year. Even the PlayStation Plus. Not mentioning the PlayStation Now, which is actually lagging, but it's a bit there in nearly perfection. PlayStation 4, well, a lot of people do want backwards compatibility, in which, still the same. My own opinion is just like, if I buy a new console, I play new games. I don't play old games. Now for the Xbox brand, lacking of exclusives, but it has a lot of features. Of course, is Xbox One it's all in one. I think that was the actual name of it. All in one. You can watch TV, you can watch Blu-ray, you can actually backwards compatible. The Xbox is one and all. Something like that. Which is the actual name. Now all these companies, all these consoles lack of something, but it actually do something for their consumers. Such as Nintendo, even though the Nintendo Switch lacks in a little bit of power compared to the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, but they actually bring in really good games. They're actually giving us ports. They're actually giving us features, just like Nintendo Labo, maybe that's a feature, a good one. My point here is competition will be always competition, and you need to respond very smartly, if that's even a word. You have to respond smart, because that's how you make good competition. Now, I'm not saying that the Xbox will actually, reverse things up. I don't think so, but they might do it. Even if Sony is really successful, but if Sony sleeps, if Sony, gets cocky, if Sony like, oh, okay, people are gonna buy the console anyway. Like, hey, remember the PlayStation 3? Then it reverses stuff, and then the Xbox takes the lead, or Nintendo takes the lead, or vice versa. Like, hey, you cannot let the company go ahead of you. Something that has been going on with the Xbox right now. The PlayStation 4 is still taking the lead, even though it lacks the features that the Xbox has. That's because of the exclusives. This is Nintendo, even though it's low power, but it actually has really good, decent exclusives. Now going back to PUBG and Fortnite. Look, there's a lot of people who actually, will go to the comment section and call me whatever name and fanboy or whatever. Call me a Fortnite fanboy. Hey, I like Fortnite. It's free. And it has a lot of stuff in it. It's worth than $30. Now, am I lying there? No, I'm not. I'm actually telling the truth. It's free and it has a lot of features. Those are really good opportunities for Fortnite to go ahead of the lead, if that's actually correctly said. Now PUBG needs to step it up, needs to stop sleeping and slacking off and being lazy, because suing Fortnite is not gonna lead them to victory. I'm sorry, but that ain't happening. Really. Suing the company's engine that you're using, that's some pretty ballsy shit right there. Like, come on, Bluehole. I expected more of you. Let's see. There's something else I wanted to talk about. Something else. Let me look over here. So I'm here at the history of Fortnite. This is actually in Wikipedia, you could look it up. It says Fortnite was revealed at the 2011 Spike Video Game Awards, with Epic's former design director Cliff Bleszinski, yeah, you know him, introducing a trailer for the game. Donald Mustard, creative leads at Epic, said in 2007 that this announcement was 3 weeks after we came up with the idea, before we even made the game. The title, which started out as internal game jam project, represents a departure from the company's previous work. As Bleszinski explained during the Spike event, Epic wanted to switch things up a little bit and do something different and fun with Fortnite, describing it as a world where you explore, you scavenge, you build, and ultimately you survive. In an interview with Engaged, I think it's Engadget, something like that, he also echoed these statements, claiming that the game would be different from the Gears of War series. Wow, even back then, they were like categorizing Fortnite as such as Gears of War series, something similar to that. So it keeps on. There's no dude bros in it. Not that there's anything wrong with that, right? That's what they said. But creatively, for the team, Gears has been amazing for us. But it's fun to kind of stretch our wings and do something that's a little different from usual. Epic Games Vice President of Publishing Mike Fisher said in 2015 that Epic recognized that they announced this game too soon and that its lengthy development period was due to very good reasons. Now it keeps on, and of course I quoted all this. I quote just in case. So there you have it. I mean, I really do not understand the reason. And I know the Battle Royale idea was actually right before PUBG was released. Maybe, that's just a maybe, because there were actually closed betas from Fortnite and maybe from PUBG. Now, as a gamer myself, look, games have really good reasons to be here in this planet. Another one being cartoony, another one being realistic, kinda realistic. Now, if we take these perspectives in a way that us gamers could like enjoy them both. Yes, we can enjoy them both, but we're going to enjoy one better than the other. So this is why Bluehole is so butthurt, so salty, that this kind of practice, other companies could like, oh yeah, Bluehole actually sued Epic Games, and so we can too. We can also do this crap with other companies that try to copy our asses. No, people, this is not how it works. Unless if there's a dude with a mustache, with a red hat, and he's a bit fat, white, just like Mario in Fortnite, Nintendo or any other company cannot sue them. Unless if there's some really similarities that is extremely copied from that other company. Of course, without their permission, because that will be obviously a copyright. I don't think Bluehole understand these kinds of things yet. Though I know they have done some mistakes too. I mean, Epic does it too. I mean, they do mistakes also, but not like these. Bluehole just started, and I'm like, gosh, how can a company like this just suing a really big ass company like Epic Games? It's like almost suing Square Enix Bluehole, stop it, really. Because there's gonna be other games that's gonna be better than yours. There's gonna be games better than PUBG, than Fortnite at some point, at some day, at some time. There is going to be replaced. Your games are going to be replaced by some other better than yours. You just have to step it up and be original, be creative. Make some variety in your game. That's all you have to do. But not this BS shit. It's sad. It's really sad. And I wish my friends were here to just discuss this with me. Because I know they will like, yeah, Bluehole. You're not doing things right. It's so sad. It's so sad, really. So I think this will be it. If there's nothing else to say, I think I covered up the things I want to say today. Let's see on E3. Let's see if something good happens. So just hope for the best for every company. And I hope this is my last thing that I really want to happen. I really hope that Bluehole loses this case. Because it's really retarded. This is a level of retardation that not even the retard word could understand. Because it's basically their fault they're in this situation, really. Oh God. Anyway, guys, please don't forget to favorite, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for supporting the channel. This has been Zarapunky, and I'll see you guys later.